Hey everybody, welcome back for another bridge video. This is Bashir from Learn Bridge Online, and we have our wonderful bridge teacher, Marla Lawson, here to help us with an interesting hand. Hey Marla,
Hi.
thank you for taking my call,
No,
and thank you
sure.
for preemptively helping us with another interesting question. This is just a random hand, came up in a recent BBO tournament. Um, and I think there are interesting questions in the auction as well, but maybe I can load the hand up. It's a slam hand, and we're faced
Oh,
with, well, we'll see it. In the first two or three tricks, we get some information which makes us change our plan. And
oh,
I had a minor freak out when this happened. I'm hoping you can kind of
okay,
guide through the thinking. So let me
okay.
load up the hand. All right. So again, I we could go into greater depth maybe at the end, but we end up in six hearts. We are sitting. We got flipped, but
Yeah.
we're sitting north, and one important thing, East had this one bit of three clubs. So there's some information there for us.
Okay.
All right. So from the very beginning, here's our opening lead.
Ah, okay.
Before we play a single card, Marla, talk us through, remind us, what do we think before we get started at all? What are our first things to think about, especially in a high stakes hand like a slam hand?
Right. Well, in any suit contract, you want to figure out where are my losers, and you have to pick a master hand, which is almost always the hand with more trump. So that would be north.
Now, a quick question: Is our master hand two questions? Is our master hand should it always be declarer's hand? Like, could it be the dummy hand?
That is a very good question, and it is not always the declarer. I
Okay.
mean, especially if you have a 4-4 trump
Yeah.
split.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easier to think about the dummy as the master hand. And so when I have a 4-4 split and I'm trying to pick, I kind of I count my losers from both hands perspective and think, okay, well, which way is it going to be easier for me to think about how I can get rid of my losers?
Hmm.
So it's not always the hand with more points. It's
Okay.
sometimes it's the hand with more shape. And it's usually case by case. But in general, and especially here because there's such a big difference in how many trump cards the two hands have, certainly North will be the master hand because they
Okay.
have more trump.
Awesome.
So, from North's perspective, but
Yeah.
looking at the cards in both hands, what are our losers? Well, in spades, we have the ace and the king, so we have no spade losers. And similarly, in clubs, we have the singleton covered by the ace down below, so no black suit losers.
Mm-hmm.
And in diamonds, we got a pretty nice combination here, but we're missing the jack, so we might have a diamond loser. And in hearts, well, we've got some nice hearts, but we've only got 7 of them, and we're missing the jack and some other key spot cards, the 9, the 8, and the 7.
Right.
So, and we can only afford to lose one trick. So if we lose to the jack of diamonds, we can't lose any trump tricks and vice versa. And I'm not sure if we can avoid losing a trump trick.
Unless miraculously, not miraculously, unless it breaks 3-3, then clear sailing.
Right.
But
This
if
is
it was that, I probably wouldn't call you up because I would have had such a meltdown.
okay.
All right. So yeah, here we go. Well, that's a nice start. Wasn't expecting to reverse
Oh,
time.
okay. Well, that's interesting. And that's also some information, I guess. Who
So
has the jack?
right. So yeah, wait, what's up with that lead? Any clues there that I might have missed? Like, um, it certainly. Am I right in thinking? Okay, East probably has that jack.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, because they big clubs, so they have a lot of clubs. Well, is the 3 fourth best? If so, then we apply the rule of 11. So 11 minus 3 is 8, which means there are 8 cards in north, south, and west hand that are higher than the 3. And there are, so 3 in south and 4 in the north is 7. So that means if 3 is fourth best, then there's only one card higher than the 3 in west hand, and they just played it,
Just played it.
the 8. So that tells me, well, it doesn't tell me, but I'm guessing that that 8 of diamonds might be a singleton.
Hmm.
In
For
which
folks,
case,
and just real fast, we'll refer to a lot of things. I'm speaking to the bridge learners out there, especially beginner, improver level. We'll refer to a lot of things. We can't talk about everything now, but all of these are topics. Rule of 11. Marla will get you so comfortable with that. There's a full lesson in her lesson library here at LearnBridge Online. So many other topics. Leave a comment below if you have a specific question or even a request for a future video. But folks really interested in diving deeper into any of the things we refer to, come on by. I'll just quickly throw the URL up where you can even try a free lesson to see how wonderful they are. Marla, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say
okay,
that
no,
how
well,
you
and
unpack
I
that
didn't mean
rule.
to go off on this tangent actually, but so having said that, so then we aren't going to be able to really finesse the jack if East has jack fourth. So this could be a problem for the diamond suit.
Yeah.
So perhaps we should focus our attention on drawing trump.
Okay.
And so we're conveniently in the south hand. So we
Yeah.
play the king. Oh, look at that.
So yeah, this at first glance seems like great news. Um, but then immediately I'm like, wait, what? Why?
Right. Again, like, is that a singleton?
Why would the 9 and the jack come out here?
Yes, that is a little, that's interesting.
Like they both can't have singletons.
Right, right. Because we're missing the jack and the 9 and the 8 and the 7 and a couple small ones, I guess. Interesting.
So
Well,
oh,
I guess
I
carry on,
yeah,
right?
carry on, I guess. All right. So I'm thinking, all right, well, let's do it. Let's draw another round of trumps. To draw another round of trumps, we have to get to up to north. I forget what. Yeah, because of the diamond question, I just figured the easiest way was with the spade.
Yeah.
Let me know if you think I should have stuck with diamonds there. All right.
Well, yeah.
So
Also, the diamond suit would be blocked. I mean, that it would be very. Yes, I would use a spade.
okay. All right, so here we go. We figure out why did those last two trump cards come out?
Oh, okay. Right. So not only did the trumps not break 3-3, but they broke 5-1.
5-1, and then which means West still has 3, and it took me a second to remember, but we know which 3 West has at this point, as long as we do this
Yes.
correctly. And I didn't the first time, everyone. Don't tell anyone, but I misremembered this. But we can do this correctly now. So the jack and the 9 came out. So what
Right.
don't we see? We don't see the 8, the 7, and the 3.
Correct. And you can't finesse through West because you don't have any more trump in the south hand.
Right.
So
Ah,
I think you are doomed to lose a trump trick.
okay. So we're going to lose one. So again, we just can't lose a trump and a diamond.
Right.
Here,
Well,
here, here, here's the moment, Marla. This is the key moment. And folks watching, feel free to pause it now. Think about it. What's your line of play? How do you make sure that we don't lose, to one of the remaining trump cards, and the 8 and the 7 still out there? And how do we make sure that we don't lose to the jack of diamonds? That's our question. What's our best line of play? Pause the video, think about it, leave a comment with your thought process. Marla, all right, feel free to unpause. Marla, help us out here. What do we do in key moments like this?
well, you don't. I mean, there are some people who will be like, okay, I'm not going to draw any more Trump, and I'm just going to start cashing my winners. But you don't want the opposition to be able to win with one of their small Trump either. Um, Although I
Nothing.
suppose if they win with a small Trump, then your Queen 10 will pull the other one. So
Then we can just draw them.
it's kind of a wash. So you could, I mean, you could go about this a couple of ways. You could start, running the diamonds while you still have control everywhere else,
Yeah.
and then eventually they'll rough in, and then you'll be able to draw the last trumps, and hopefully something good will happen.
So yeah, so play a couple rounds of diamonds. See if they rough, then we're good. That's turning two losers into one, two potential losers into one, and or we see maybe the jack falls,
Right.
and then we can switch over and lose a trump intentionally. Can we? Well,
Let's
I
see.
let's see. I so playing through. I think this was my thought as well. Let's just see what comes out. West doesn't trumpet.
Oh, and there it falleth the
There's the
jack.
jack.
Okay. Well, we only have the king left anyway, so we're not getting any extra tricks. And yeah, they decided not to trump. Oh, wait, did you notice though?
I mean,
The queen of spades just fell. So now your jack of spades is good.
right. And clearly from my next play, I didn't.
It almost, I don't know if it even matters because the
Right.
jack of spades is good. You got the ace of clubs and the king of diamonds. Like it's just everything is good until they take their trump.
Right. But at this point, right, now it's just about that losing trump,
Yeah.
and we'll see if. And there we go. So Trump comes out. So it ended up working okay. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I think from this point we can zoom through. We
Yeah.
pull it out, but there is that key moment. Right now, we can see all. We can see all four hands.
Yeah.
Where right with two potential threats to us in a slam hand where we just can't afford to it. How do we navigate that? That was the moment where I especially wished I had you, sitting on my shoulder, Marla, whispering in my ear, telling me how to make it through.
Well, I didn't get all of it right either. I mean, West doesn't have a singleton diamond. They have doubleton. So
Now that we see all four hands, thinking both of, about that lead, we're interested in it in terms of, and we're also interested in, why this 9 came out. But let's open it up to the auction as well. What do you think about this 3 club bid? A question I also have for you, Marla. I was actually sitting south here, so you can see south bid. BBO switched me up to north seat as declare. But with this much strength, I really felt like, and I wanted, I felt like I never got to tell partner how strong my hand was.
Yeah.
And by the time partner starts asking for aces and kings, I felt like it was too late. And I wondered, did I lose the chance to get to six no trumps? Or did should I have grabbed the reins and been the one in the driver's seat?
Right. Well, the way the auction went, I mean, I think your three no trump is sensible. You've got ace queen fourth of clubs. I don't agree with East's three club bid with only 8 points in a 2/1 auction, but that's neither here nor there. That's what happened, right?
with
Um,
with the three club there, or even without, could I have jumped to slam, or could could I have four no trumped it and started to see what we're missing, and what are the pros and cons of this three no trump bid? Why,
well,
like,
I think it's good to tell partner we don't have to worry about clubs because I have clubs stopped.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, and kind of like, what else are you going to bid? You're not going to rebid your five card spade suit, which is like, okay, you're not going to raise hearts with the singleton. Um, you're not going to bid clubs after they bid clubs. So, and you're certainly not going to pass. So I think, three no trump is, once they interfere like that, that's the only sensible call I can see.
I'm
Um,
guessing there are viewers out there, and let me know. I'm guessing there are some folks out there who would just six no trumpet right there. Would
yeah,
that be
you
righteous?
could.
Is that, it's like, how many points do we in partner have? Do we have enough to just skip all the dilly dallying and just get to it?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a little risky, and ironically, what I would probably be most concerned about is the spade suit. Um, but
Right, because we don't know where that king is.
all you know for sure is that partner's got to have five hearts and at least like 13 points. I mean, it turns out they only have 12, but I guess they have, with the length and hearts they upgraded.
Mm.
And you've got 20 points, so you figure, well, we have the strength for slam. So I don't know. You could blast a six no trump, I guess, but it's that, then you really don't get to find out what's in each other's hands. This is tricky.
Right.
This is a tricky hand.
I'm even thinking, does, like, with partners two heart bid, how many points? This is 2/1. How many points? What strength does that two heart bid tell us? We're sitting south.
Well, as I said, it really should be 13 points. People say, oh, 12. But given that, people are now opening regularly with a 12 count,
Mm,
12 plus 12 is 24, and the benchmark is like 25, 26 for game. So
yeah,
you can't make a game forcing bid without 13 points or the equivalent. And you can give yourself points for the extra length and hearts. So 12 high card points plus the length. That's certainly a 2/1 game forcing hand.
I mean, even just we're looking at South's hand, just trying to fill in the gaps with 13 points. It's almost like the King of Spades has to be there. It gets close, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, king, both king, if it's both kings and the ace of hearts, that's 10.
yeah. But it also, you start to wonder how many points are in this deck. If he's overcalled three clubs, I
You're
mean,
right. And pretty soon we go, wait, and they both had singleton hearts. This is a weird deck, guys.
yeah. When you figure, okay, like, well, somebody's lying, and usually when I think somebody's lying, I'm assuming it's not my partner because I try not to play with people who lie to me.
Maybe that's the most important takeaway is, especially while we're playing. Trust your partner. Your partner's not lying. If you have to have conversations later on, you can always do that. But if something weird is happening, assume it's the opponents who are playing with the faulty deck.
Right.
Marla, thank you so much for talking us through this hand. Yeah, I really struggled with my thought process and even knowing what questions to ask. Even though things worked out all right, it was threw some real curveballs at us. For
Yeah.
folks watching, I'm going to include a link with this um, so that you can actually try playing through the hand yourself.
Oh, fun.
It'll be in a slightly different format. Let us know what you think. If it's fun playing through the hand in this way, we can do more of that. So please do check out the link. I'll include it in the description on YouTube. Folks watching from our free Bridge newsletter, and you can also sign up for the newsletter here. You'll get a link to play through that hand in the email which I sent. So look for it there. Marla, thank you.
Thank you. That was really interesting. That was a really interesting hand.
Bye, everyone. Thanks all.
Bye.